At Arizona State University, we've made online education better, smarter, and more personalized so you can go further in your aspiring field.
I decided to pursue medicine once I realized that ASU did have the online program for biological sciences. You're still required to learn the same curriculum. You're still being tested on the same content that anyone would be tested on in person. The comprehensiveness of the program prepared me so well for medical school.
Explore over 300 programs at asuonline.asu.edu.
If you work as a manufacturing facilities engineer, installing a new piece of equipment can be as complex as the machinery itself. From prep work to alignment and testing, it's your team's job to put it all together. That's why it's good to have Grainger on your side. With industrial-grade products and next-day delivery, Grainger helps ensure you have everything you need close at hand through every step of the installation. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Okay, let's unpack this. We've got the source material right here, and it's all pointing us towards, well, a deep dive into Brian Wilson's life and his incredible legacy. Mm-hmm. Now, you might have seen some reports, things circulating recently.
Yeah, there's been some noise online.
Right. But this source, it's very clear. As of today, Friday, June 13th, 2025, those reports about his passing, they're inaccurate.
Yeah, the source states Brian Wilson is alive.
Exactly.
And that clarification right at the start, it's so important, isn't it?
It really is.
It kind of steers us away from, the misinformation and straight towards the real substance here.
Which is the man's life and work.
The immense impact, the journey, all the stuff this source highlights.
Precisely. And that's our mission for this deep dive. We're not looking at, like, an ending.
No, not at all.
We're exploring the depth of a life lived. And the source emphasizes Brian Wilson, not just as, a co-founder of the Beach Boys.
Although, obviously, that's huge.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
But as their chief songwriter, their producer, the source consistently calls him a true musical genius.
And it really gets into why, doesn't it? It's not just dropping names.
Yeah.
It points to specific things, like the album Pet Sounds.
Yeah, landmark, really.
Totally. And tracks like God Only Knows, Good Vibrations.
Iconic.
Absolutely iconic. And the source gives this insight, right, that these weren't just catchy songs, they were revolutionary.
How so?
Well, in terms of production, the complexity, stuff nobody was really doing in mainstream pop back then.
Pushing boundaries.
Yeah, the source really helps you grasp the sheer technical audacity of it all.
But innovation is amazing. But the source doesn't just paint this picture of effortless genius, does it?
No, not at all. It gets into the personal side, too, the complex journey.
Acknowledging the struggles.
Right, his well-documented struggles, mental health challenges.
It even brings up the movie Love and Mercy.
Yeah, as a way to understand that connection, maybe, between the incredible creativity and the very real personal battles he was facing.
That link between struggle and creativity.
Yeah.
It's fascinating.
It is. And the source implicitly asks, how connected were those things for him? It also touches on the relationships, which were key. The dynamics within the Beach Boys. Mike Love, his brothers Dennis and Carl, Al Jardine.
And family, too, right?
Yeah.
It mentions his daughters, Carney and Wendy.
Wilson Phillips, yeah. It shows this whole human landscape around him, sometimes supportive, sometimes, challenging.
It's a whole tapestry.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Groundbreaking music, deep personal complexity, these important relationships, it's all woven together in the source material.
And it underlines that his status, his legacy as a visionary, it isn't lessened by the challenges.
Or perhaps, as the source seems to suggest, the challenges are inseparable from the story, from the unique output.
Right. So if we pull back a bit, what's the bigger picture here from the source?
Well, I think the source encourages us to see Brian Wilson's legacy as defined by, profound artistry, incredible innovation against the odds.
And this amazing body of work.
That still resonates. It's a legacy that's very much alive, still influencing music. Definitely not something concluded by those false reports recently.
So for you listening, what does this all mean? We've used this source to, first off, clarify the situation with those reports.
Setting the record straight.
Yeah. And instead, focus on the really rich portrait of his life that the source gives us. We've seen how it highlights his role, the revolutionary nature of stuff like Pet Sounds.
How it connects his genius to his personal life, maybe through things like Love and Mercy.
And just the sheer breadth of his impact.
It's a really powerful reminder, actually, especially now with information flying around so fast, that focusing on the nuanced truth of someone's life, from reliable sources, it's just far more valuable than getting caught up in quick, wrong headlines.
That's a great point. Which kind of leaves us and you with this thought to chew on. How do you navigate all that noise, the rush of information, to find the deeper story? And based on what this source material sheds light on, what aspect of Brian Wilson's really remarkable journey stands out most to you right now?